I am terrified of flat rides. How is this even considered a flat ride? This goes up higher than a coaster and is still one of the small ones. At least this one started flat, but no restraints? Really? And this has been the bane of my existence for 38 years. Put me on any coaster and I'll be fine. Okay, maybe don't push it. But when it comes to flat rides, I have an irrational fear. I can't quite pinpoint where it comes from. All I can do is speculate, but to give you an idea, I get squeamish just editing this video and watching clips from these rides. When I'm heading to a park with friends and I know they might want to go on one of these, the anxiety kicks in early. Before I actually kick this off, I do want to mention that safety is not my concern. I know these rides are perfectly safe. So with that out of the way, let's break down why these rides terrify me. Height is one of my first fears, and it doesn't have to be extreme. Anything that rises up without being on a track causes instant anxiety. Take top spins for an example. They don't go that high, but it's still a hard nope for me. Then there are drop towers, star flyers, pendulums, you name it, same reaction. Secondly, there's inversions. It took me years to overcome my fear of inversions on roller coasters, but now I actually enjoy them, even the hang time. Flat ride inversions though, they still freak me out. So here's a story. In 2022 I visited Tivoli Gardens and decided to face my fear with Tic Tac, the Mondial Shake. It felt like a good first step, because I already enjoy Huss breakdance rides, which are pretty similar. After a long wait in line, we finally got on. And then, the worst case scenario happened. We didn't fully invert. We just rocked around a bit, but no flipping. On the bright side, at least I found some courage that day, so I guess that's a win? Ever since then, I did experience an inversion. In 2024, I got on a Semperla energy storm, so at least I got an inversion out of the way, even though it wasn't the most comfortable experience. But that also brings us to the biggest source of my anxiety, which is the unknown. Simply put, I have not experienced the motions these flat rides make, and that is terrifying me. With roller coasters, there's a track. You can see where you're going, what's coming next, it's predictable. But that's not always the case with flat rides. The unknown is why I avoided swinging ships for years, even though they just rock back and forth. I just couldn't imagine the sensation they would offer, and it scared me. For instance, I thought they would slam you into the restraint on a downswing, but nothing is further from the truth. There are flat rides I've grown to like though. For example, the aforementioned Huss breakdance rides. But it was still a process. I started with the gentler rides, like calypsos or scramblers. Then, I added height with monsters or polyps. Eventually, I worked my way up, or back down, to breakdance rides. Each step built on the last, combining something familiar with something new. So why am I sharing this? Well, firstly, I want to overcome this fear. I want to enjoy flat rides the same way I enjoy roller coasters. Take pendulum rides. I know I would love the airtime they provide. But I just need that final push to try one. And if I don't like it, at least I gave it a fair shot. Secondly, I want to show you the person behind the channel. I have loved roller coasters since I was a kid, but I only really got into visiting parks in 2024. And while I will be making content about theme parks, coasters and flat rides, I want to be honest with you. I am not fearless. I will definitely be sweating through some of these experiences. But most importantly, I hope this will inspire someone to face their own fears. Maybe my story will resonate with you, or at least help put your fear of specific rides into perspective. So join me on this journey to conquer my fear of flat rides by subscribing to the channel. And tell me in the comments which flat ride or roller coaster scares you the most. And if you're curious about parks I will be visiting in 2025 and the flat rides I will encounter there, check out the video right here.